I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. It's been almost a month. I know, I know, it's been almost a month. Um, but we are here to overcome struggles, to make successful businesses, stronger people, happier people. And today is acceptance. So let's get to it. It's a long video. I am certain I need to kind of speed it up because there's a lot to tell you. So the week before I left, um, actually, it was 2 weeks prior to leaving on vacation. I had started this new collagen. I was adding it to my repertoire in the mornings. I was not satisfied with the one I had that was working perfectly fine. Who would know that, right? Anyway, I added this new thing and I kind of loved it. I was uh, energetic in the mornings. I was completely cleared mind. Um, and then all of a sudden I would crash. Now, if I went back then, I couldn't tell you the reason why. It was confusing me. I couldn't figure out, well, why after lunch am I going to bed and sleeping for several hours? It was because I was crashing on this new um, thing I was putting in. And I'm not going to tell you the name because it's a good product. It just didn't work for me. Or it could be that because I put it with my other regimen, it was too much for me. And if you come across it and love it, more power to you. I loved the taste of it. I thought it was great. And in the mornings, it was wonderful. I would just crash, and it was very, very frustrating because I was on a time frame, and I wanted to get so much more done than I did before I left, and it didn't happen. And today's topic is acceptance, and so I need to um accept it happened and move on, continue going. There are other things that happen that I need to accept as well, and we'll move on to that. And since it's been a month, there are quite a number of novels I finished. Um, the Murder of Roger Ackroyd, which is an Agatha Christie novel. And, she is the queen for a reason. Um, I don't know how many times I have read this novel, but there was something that I never heard before. And I was like, "What? How many times have I read this novel and I didn't hear that? Holy crap." That's the reason why she is the queen of mystery. It's a great book. I don't know if I tell you. No, I can't tell you. It's a spoiler. Um, It's a great book. If you've never read it, if you've never listened to it, I suggest that you pick it up. It is a classic. Listen for the Lies by Amy Tinteray. Um, there's this new wave of podcaster mysteries, and I was not into it. I didn't like it. I would say it's a no-go. In the Woods by Tana French. Now that's a novel. I absolutely loved this novel. Um, in in author terms, a satisfying ending is one that comes to a completion, right? It ties up all the ends. Now, it doesn't need to tie it up the way you want it to be tied up, but it's tied up. And although it was not tied up the way I wanted it to be tied up, it was a darn good novel. And as a matter of fact, it is one of my 12-week tactics to finish novel or book 2 of this series, which is the likeness. So I'm on that one, and still really good. I love it. Um, so the next one is Marked by Robin Cook. And you heard a little bit about this, that George Guidall was narrating it, and it was a good book. It was a very good book. If you don't know Robin Cook and you like mysteries, she's a really good writer. Her novels are intricate, and I can't seem uh, to get the murderer before the end. So in my eyes, it's a good novel. Um, I did find another author, a mystery thriller novelist, who is John Dunning. And I read The Bookman's Promise and Booked to Die. Um, and George Guidall narrated both of those, but they were really good. And I'm probably going to pick them up again. I am pretty certain I missed quite a bit of it because I was listening to it while I was working, and I really kind of want to uh, re-listen to them. They were that good. Um, Everyone on the Train is a Suspect. Benjamin Stevenson. Apparently, this was book 2. There is obviously a book prior to this one, and it's done very differently. Um, he is the main character. He is the narrator, and um, I like the way that he tells you he made a mistake, but doesn't tell you what the mistake is until the end. And so I love the fact that he kind of um, portrays himself as, Hercule Poirot, which, sorry, Agatha, but, sorry, everyone else, but Benjamin, you are not Hercule Poirot. So, although I thought he was very funny, and I liked the book, and yeah, I think I'll pick up book 1 of it. um, I thought it was very interesting. It had a very different twist to it. Um, and who doesn't love The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis? Um, it's always such a good book to read, and I don't know, takes me back to my childhood. Love that book. Sorry. And the last one is The Bat by Joe Nesbo, who is also a very good author, mystery writer, author. And every book that I've picked up of his is intricate, it's detailed, it is very interesting to listen to. And this one absolutely was no different, and I was very pleased with that. So, let's move on. I went on vacation, and I did a lot of traveling this time when I was in Washington, and I saw a lot of different things that I hadn't seen before. So, I went to Briar Cliff, I went to Kirkland and Kingston. I did the Anna Cortez ferry over to Orcas Island, North Bend, of course. Whenever I go to Washington, I must go to Bellingham and go to Whatcom Falls, which is it is my absolute favorite place. Edmonds, Hilltop, and Tacoma, and Snoqualmie Falls. And Emily and I went down to Olympia and met up with Molly, and we had some lunch and we did some sourcing. That was a lot of fun. And of course, the week that my husband came, which was the first week, he brought with him a cold. He always brings something with him, and it's never anything good. Darn you. So, you know, we were kind of sick, but not sick. And, I pushed through that and accepted what I could. The days I stood home, I colored and did what, just chilled and relaxed, um, just to try and recover. I had to accept that, although there were many other things I wanted to do. Um, I didn't get to do them. So I need to accept that. And there'll be other times, right? I'll go back, I'm sure. The 12-week year started. We just had our first meeting, which is the first week, and big fat zero for me, except for reading. That is one of my tactics. I am going to finish the likeness in the next 12 weeks, hopefully much earlier so I could get on to book 3. We'll see about that. I am also reading book 2 of the. Come on, Vanessa. Department Q. Department Q. Yes, it is on Netflix. No, I'm not happy with the way they did it. I'm not really sure why they did it the way they did. Um, Not to say if you haven't read the novel that it's not a good movie. It is a good movie. It is a good movie. It's a great book. It's a good movie. I definitely liked the book better. Um, the mystery in it was so much better. Um, the movie doesn't leave anything um, to chance, which the actors are good, but why I don't understand why they had to do what they did in the movies. I really don't. Anyway, my rant is over. So I reduced my listing totals, um, so that I would have more balance in my life. Before I went on vacation, I was feeling extraordinarily overwhelmed. I felt that all I did was list and ship and list and ship, and nothing in my life other than that was happening. And I don't want to feel like that anymore. I need to accept that that possibly my sales might go down, but if that's the case, then it has to be the case, because I miss my crafting. And Um, so I have the reading as a tactic. I also have making 2 cards in the next 12 weeks, hopefully more, that will go up for sale. And that would be crafting, and that would make me very happy. That would make me really very happy. And I also put on there 2 hours every week for working on the Christmas village. And because I don't want to go in there with a big fat 0, I am going to make time for that, and we'll see what happens. I will figure it out. I will accept what I need to accept, and I will move on. And as time passes by, I will decide if other things need to change. But that's where I'm sitting right now. I did get back on Saturday, and I was dead Sunday. I was pretty dead Monday. I did work Monday morning, but right after lunch, I was exhausted again, and I went to bed. But I'm glad I did. I accept that I did, because I'm doing great today. I feel great. I've been successful today. My word of intention was show up, not because I wanted to show up, because, like I said, you know, week one is usually always really good for everybody. They're like, oh, yeah, I got 100. Oh, yeah, I got 100. Oh, yeah, I got 100, and I had a big fat 0. So I really didn't want to show up. But you know what? It's not all about me. It's showing up for other people and applauding their wins, just like they applaud mine, right? And by the way, I do have a huge win. Well, actually, I have 2 huge wins. Okay, number 1, so way back when, I had told you I had all these things on my list, and I had made, appointment with the C-Chats ladies, and I was overwhelmed and blah, 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 and this and that. And one of my things was the computer bookmarks. On my computer, my bookmarks were a disaster. I could not find not one bookmark that I was looking for. That is not the object of your bookmarks. Just want to tell you. So the point was, when I dug into it, and I did this on vacation, those days that I wasn't feeling good, but I wanted to be somewhat productive, I went in there, and I took those bookmarks, and I saw like duplicate folders and triplicate folders and quadruple. I'm not joking, and I'm not like, exaggerating. I'm not. So I put those folders together, and I'd look at them. They're exactly the same, or maybe one folder had one um, website that wasn't in the others. And so I would move that one up and delete the 3. But it went on for days and hours upon hours. But it is done. I can find everything. Everything is organized. Super big win for me. It is off my list. Thanks, thanks, thanks. Second big win. So PT has been going real great. So Jacob isn't really like dealing with my knee all that much. It's more like endurance. And it was great. It was absolutely great. I was with my husband. I was with the twins, 22 years old, mind you, 58, mind you. And I'm there, and everywhere in Washington is uphill. Everywhere. I don't care where you're going. I don't care if you're going downhill. It's still uphill. It's still hard. But there I was trucking along, and all these guys were like, "Are we done yet?" "No, we're not done. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on going." I was so happy. It's great. It's great news to see that I am back. I am doing the things that I want to do, and I am so excited about it. And I cannot wait for my trip to Yellowstone. Yeah, that's coming up. I know it's coming up soon too in September. Woohoo! So yeah, Pam and I are set. We have our hotels, we have the car, we have the plane. Um, we're ready to go. So you take care of you, take care of your others, take care of your friends, take care of your families. And if you haven't sent a real good friend a message lately, why don't you try doing that? Just tell them you're thinking about them. All right, I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.